Hi again, everybody. My name is Greg Anderson, and this is the Good Timekeeping Show with Greg Anderson. A quick story from my past I wanted to tell you. This was almost 40 years ago. Okay, so I was a teenager at the time, and I worked at a movie theater, and that was fun. And I didn't use a watch at the time. I don't know. I had a watch earlier, a couple of years earlier. I just stopped wearing it, and didn't really need it. I figured, but I was still into accurate time. I had a lot of clocks in my house, and even in my bedroom, some loud ticking clocks. And I don't know. I trained myself to sleep through all the ticking, and I like to keep my clocks accurate and set accurately. But I don't know why. I just didn't really have a lot of interest in a watch. And then one day, I was with my brother, and we were walking through this shopping center. This is in Southern California, and a guy pulled up in this, I don't know, like a Monte Carlo or something like that, right? Could have been a Riviera. I think it was a Monte Carlo. Anyway, he he pulls up and he's like, "Hey guys, you want to buy some speakers?" And I'm like, "No." And we had speakers in our cars, and we were okay for stereo equipment, and my brother was giving this guy the cold shoulder, like he really didn't seem to want to have anything to do with this particular character. And then the guy had said he had some watches that were nice, and he was selling them for like $20 a piece or something. And I thought, well, that's not too bad, and I don't have a watch. But anyway, he was talking to my brother. And my brother was saying no to everything this guy was trying to sell. And the guy's still sitting in his car, and he looked over at me and he said, "How about you, Slim?" And at the time I was really charmed by that for some reason, because this was like the guy that in some ways was like a cool character out of your stereotypical movie. Suddenly he had this fun name for me. He called me Slim, and I was a little self-conscious at the time of being kind of this scrawny kid. And as much as I tried to, lift weights and do stuff, I just never seemed to bulk up. So that was a fun way to, rather than call me skinny or scrawny or whatever he might, he just turned to me and said, "How about you, Slim?" I said, "Oh, he called me Slim. I'm charmed by this. You got a watch for $20?" And he showed it to me, and I'm like, "Yeah, it looks okay." So I bought this watch from this guy in this car, and it was kind of good looking. It had chrome silver looking links on the watch bracelet, and a pretty good looking face, and there were also kind of little gold tone pieces in the bracelet as well, and also on the face. It was a good looking watch, and I thought, well, this part of me said, I don't really trust that this is a great watch, but for $20, it can't be that bad. And it looks okay. And so I'll try it out, and I'll wear a watch. So I took it home, and I think on the face it said, quartz. And of course I immediately realized it was not a quartz watch. I wound it up and it worked. And I wore it to work at the movie theater probably like that night. And it ran for a few hours, and then it stopped. And so, I don't even know where if you're going to go to the trouble of making a watch that won't run for more than a few hours, why would you even go through the trouble of making something that would run for a few hours? I didn't get that. So anyway, I was a little embarrassed, but not that much. It was a fun transaction. I got a watch. It was a piece of garbage. And I think I held on to it for months, just thinking, well, maybe it'll work someday. But no, that was it. So the next watch I got, a legitimate watch. My same brother, he was in Hong Kong. He sent me a watch from Hong Kong. It was a Seiko, and I still have it, and it still runs. And that's a good watch. And I used that for a long time. But so anyway, don't buy stuff from a guy in a Monte Carlo, even if he is nice to you and says things that are charming. It's probably not a good watch. Anyway, that's like my one really, really big regret watch stories. And even then, it's not so bad. And it was kind of funny at the time. And even though $20 was worth more than it is today, it didn't seem like it was that big of a deal to throw away $20 for a funny little watch. Anyway, that's all for now. I'll have some more videos coming up soon, some more episodes where we'll talk serious stuff about new clocks and watches right here on the Good Timekeeping Show.